Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit. I usually read tarot intuitively, but today we have a crystal ball reading. I really wanted to try something new and I really wanted to test myself as well. So today we're going to have a crystal ball reading, no tarot cards. We do have 3 piles to choose from, however. And today's topic is going to be really special. It's what message does Kalimaa have for you? What does Kalimaa want you to know? So I will definitely be channeling energies of Kalimaa into my crystal ball and we'll be getting some answers. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1, we have Dharma of Kali. Pile number 2, we have Blue Tara. Pile number 3, we have Vishwa Atma. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video. Share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And definitely do let me know how you enjoy the crystal ball reading. And I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 1, if you chose Dharma of Kali. This is your reading on what message does Kalimaa have for you. And today I will be using my crystal ball to channel messages. So I'm just going to take a minute to focus and then we'll get into the channeling. Okay, pile number 1. So I'm actually seeing a roller coaster. And I feel this is a metaphor for your life. I feel you have experienced the extremities of life very thoroughly. I think you have known each and every nook and cranny there is to have an experience of. You've had it. You've had the extreme good and you've had the extreme bad. And I do feel this is a part of your soul lesson over here. I do feel what you're going to be learning in this lifetime is balance. I'm seeing the Temperance card now. And we also have the Dharma of Kali card, which really represents the duality we all carry within ourselves. And what you're going to be doing in this lifetime is you're going to be picking yourself apart. And I think you've already done that a lot. And because of that experience, now you will be able to come together and put yourself back together in the most efficient, in the most powerful way you can do that for yourself. I feel you, particularly with the kind of experiences you've had, it makes you a very special and a very unique individual. It makes you someone who really is in the place to actually help other people through their own experiences and sort of be a guide for people over here, pile number 1. That's what I'm really seeing for you over here. So I think the more you just accept the fact that yes, you will have extremes in your life, but also letting go and surrendering to the fact that you do have power over here. And I feel that is what Kalimaa is sort of helping you see over here to sort of take your power back. I think your solar plexus is very weak. I think you need to do a lot of ab exercises and to call your power back to yourself. And I think Kalimaa will also help you with this. Okay, now I'm seeing a stop sign. And I feel this has a lot to do with your past. I feel these are the things that you are still holding on to from your past, which are more subconscious in nature. And I think you do have some pending shadow work to do. So I think the more you allow yourself to be more honest about your experiences, where you're not picking apart and analyzing your feelings, but actually feeling your feelings, I think that will really help you clear out your past. So the stop sign wouldn't be a stop sign anymore. And that will also help you move towards your future, because you cannot really reach for the future when you're still being weighed down by the past. Right, pile number 1? And like I said, your soul mission, and I think your biggest soul lesson in this lifetime, pile number 1, is going to be how you manage to balance yourself from one moment to the next. How you're going to be keeping yourself afloat no matter what happens, and you also realizing that no matter what challenge is thrown at you, you will rise to the occasion over here. Now I'm seeing a spear. So I do feel what you're going to be achieving in this lifetime is going to be a long range thing. I feel you could very much even do something online over here. You'll be, like I said, you will be called upon to share your gifts. And I feel that is a very big part of your soul mission. It's almost like you're leading the way, but not by telling people, but by just walking your own path confidently and finding your power there to keep yourself focused. I'm also seeing you getting more abundant as a result of you walking this path for yourself. And now I'm seeing two suns. I'm seeing like binary star system. So I do feel you have definitely dealt with people over here who have really sucked you dry of all your energy. And I think you are a giver, so you don't always realize how much to give and how much to keep for yourself. And I think this is also a lesson in terms of the extremities that you're going to be learning in this lifetime. And now I'm seeing the suns break apart. So you will be cutting out a lot of these toxic patterns and cycles that you are carrying with yourself, with people in your life. And these are definitely karmic experiences for you. And the more you burn out your karma over here, which kalimaa is definitely helping you burn out your karma, I think that will help you get more confident about what you have to give and how you share what you have to give, and realizing that there is inherent value in what you have to give. I think then you will be unstoppable. I'm again seeing a roller coaster, but I'm seeing the roller coaster that was in the Sonic video game. So I think you need to understand that you are supposed to experience multiple lifetimes in this very life. Pile number 1. And I think you're still holding on to maybe blaming yourself for the past. I think you're not forgiving yourself for all the things that you couldn't save yourself from. Sometimes you have been in the line of fire, and it's almost like you're not forgiving yourself for that. It wasn't your fault. Pile number 1. I think that's what you need to realize, and really look at the bigger picture by detaching over here. Okay, now I'm seeing like a cellular organism, and I'm seeing it break apart and sort of expand and spread out. So especially if you give some kind of message over here, pile number 1, or whatever you will have to say in terms of written word or spoken word, it is going to travel far. And I think you need to understand that you have a more subtle way of influencing people just by you being in other people's energies. It's almost like they get a boost in their own ascension, which helps them also rise and raise their frequency, or you just naturally help people realize what they could do differently to improve their situation that they haven't been able to find answers for. So I think you need to understand a lot of these messages that you do get are very divine in nature. And you could even be someone who could have a career in this, if that's something you're considering over here. And that might not be for everyone, it's a general reading, so take what resonates. Pile number 1, if you are alone, I want you to know that your soul family is definitely coming in. I think you are definitely in sort of a collision course with them. And I think you are the brighter trail over here. So you are going to be more seen. And that will again help you. And that will again help you attract in the people that are truly meant for you. And I see two people specifically. I see a friend and I see a soulmate lover. So they're definitely coming towards you, and it's very important that you don't give up right now. whatever you're doing, pile number one, I think you should understand that you are seeding whatever you're trying to grow over here. And you can definitely have multiple seeds, and understand that whatever you're trying to grow over here will take its own time. So don't put all your eggs in one basket, if that makes sense. Pile number one. Definitely do have a hyper focus on one thing, but do have a few other things going on for yourself, because I see all of those things sprouting together out of nowhere. So I definitely see a lot of windfall of abundance over here. And it's not just abundance in terms of money. I see you being emotionally content. I see you being fulfilled. I see you waking up and looking forward to doing what you like doing every day, and not feeling so torn every day that you may feel right now. Pile number one. I'm seeing a lot of heart healing over here. I'm also seeing a lot of pinks and purples. So I feel you will definitely heal your heart as a byproduct of you just living your truth a little more. And I think that will again help you get more in touch with your ancestry, for you to get more in touch with just your roots. Pile number one. So you definitely have a lot to look forward to over here. And I think if you feel like giving up, don't. Definitely stop. Definitely give yourself a day or two and then get back to it. You have a lot to give over here. Pile number one. And I see a lot of changes. I see a lot of big changes for you. And like I said, your seeds, they will definitely flower. And I feel they will flower successively together almost. So definitely look forward to that, but also just surrender all your expectations and understand that if you're not getting what you want right now, there is something much better coming for you. So don't make a testing period more difficult than it needs to be for you. Pile number one. I feel that is the most important message over here, and to really keep yourself balanced no matter what happens. I think that is what you're here to master. You're here to master dynamic balance, which looks very different from one moment to the next. Definitely give yoga a shot if that's something you're into. Breathing techniques could definitely be very beneficial for you. I also feel monsoon or rainy season is going to be very significant, because I do see gray clouds. So if you have a tendency to feel sad, understand to not push away your sadness and not pick it apart and analyze it so much, as to just feel it and move through it, and almost like watch your sadness rise up through your spine and disappear into your head. Let it dissolve. I think there is a lot of subconscious gunk just waiting to be processed. So I think you will also have a lot of crazy dreams right now. So most of your dreams is just you processing things. I feel that by number one, definitely. Now I'm seeing two fishes. So there is a lot of you loving duality in this life. You going from extremes to being so precise and balanced in your moderations that you're not burning yourself up more than you need to. You're very efficient with everything. You're efficient with your physical worldly matters. I see you being efficient even with your spiritual matters, and I just see you being more present. I don't see you getting so hyperfixated and lost and just you being in other dimensions. I see you enjoying your day to day, if that hasn't already happened for you. You're definitely moving into that energy of this very strong Virgo North Node energy. Yeah. I feel there's a lot of there's a lot of identification with maybe the sadness also over here, pile number one, which needs to go. You will be able to process it out for yourself. So don't hold yourself back and enjoy not knowing. Enjoy being a new person and just realizing that you don't want to maybe do the same things that you used to, even 6 months ago. Yeah. And maybe go to an amusement park because I'm definitely seeing a roller coaster again. Are you scared of roller coasters or do you love roller coasters? I think it's either of the extremes over here. I love roller coasters. So it just makes me so happy. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I see for you, pile number one. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you would like to see more crystal ball readings. I'm definitely trying new things. And let me know how you like this reading. If you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the blue Tara card, this is your reading on what message does Kalimaa have for you. And today I will be using my crystal ball instead of tarot cards. So we'll see what comes out. I'll take a minute to channel and then we'll get into it. Okay, pile number two. I see a crossroad. You feel as if you have to make a choice right now, pile number two. But let me tell you one thing. What I also see over here is even if the two roads are diverging, they eventually lead to the same road. So I feel what this is more of a test over here. And I know you feel as if how many more tests you have to go through, but I really feel this is a very important test. And I feel this has a lot to do with your own past life karmas as well. I think this is a very karmic lifetime for you. I don't think this is your first life on earth. Definitely. Pile number two, I think what you have to learn is to not martyr yourself. But at the same time, really putting out the boundaries that you need to grow and learning to do so with a lot of love. You're meant to be a ruler over here of some kind, pile number two. I think that's the best way I can put it. You are very much on a hero's journey, so to speak, and I think what you're really called upon to do right now is to fight for your kingdom. Whatever it could be, it's a general reading, so fit it to your situation, but I also see that you will be leading with love. You will not be giving into violence and brutality. I don't see that. I see you really leading with your heart, but at the same time, not letting other people burden you with their problems. So there's definitely something about boundaries over here. And I think you know what road you're going to take over here. You're going to take the road of love. You're going to take the more compassionate, gentle, loving path over here because that's who you are at your core. I'm seeing a seed pod and I'm seeing the seed within the seed pod, and I feel that is you. I feel that is your true essence nature. I think you're limiting your own growth, pile number two, because I see that the seed wants to sprout, but it's not sprouting. You're keeping yourself, you're letting your external environment and pressures really get to you, and you're almost in a way circumstantially letting yourself go. But let me tell you, you will regret if you let yourself go like this, pile number two. And the message over here is to just really follow the path of love and know that you will be taken care of. Even if you cannot see that for yourself. I don't think your sixth eye is very open, even if you are a very psychic person right now, because there's a hole in your heart. I also see that, and I do feel because of that, you're not able to see clearly. So your heart chakra and your sixth eye, your Agnya chakra is very affected. But I do feel this is a sort of breaking open of your heart chakra. I think you will be ascending very, very soon, and this is sort of the prerequisite for your ascension. It is this rather painful divine experience, if you must. So I see you rising over here with love. I see you wanting more for yourself. I see you going after more for yourself. I do see you follow duties very well, but I see you being more dutiful for yourself over here. I see you taking care of yourself and your needs over here more. I see you even putting in more work and effort into whatever you're trying to achieve over here. And again, I'm seeing the crossroads. So I think you need to understand that no matter how upset or angry you get, you can always choose to not react but respond with love. And I'm not saying that you have to let people trample you all over. Therefore, there's also an importance over here of boundaries. So this is definitely a very important soul lesson you're here to learn. And I do feel Tara, Blue Tara specifically, is helping you over here. So even if there is a lot of negativity around you, I need you to understand that you are a very magical being. Therefore, you can learn to transmute all this poison around you into something that is beautiful, something that is more serene, something that is more high vibrational, at a higher frequency. I see you being able to do this. I see you transmuting energy. And I'm seeing your hands now. I see that there's a lot of energy coming out of your hands. And I also see you crossing your hands a lot. Maybe you do it unconsciously. I want you to stop crossing your hands because it's almost like a subconscious fear that you're not feeling safe. And know that you are safe at all times. So definitely use your hands. I think you're supposed to use your hands to create something, heal people. It's going to be different, but there is a lot of this healing, creative energy that only you will be able to channel. Even Reiki, I see over here. I think you're okay most of the time, but you do have these moments where you feel as if your past is almost pulling you back. Your past is almost pulling you back like a black hole. And the more you don't resist it, and the more you let this energy just flow out of your body and see where it originates, because I do see this originating at the bottom of your spine. And if you just let it flow upwards and let it disappear into your head, you will be free of it instead of you resisting it. I do feel you've definitely had your fair share of narcissists in this pile number two. You've definitely maybe had a narcissistic parent, friends, a lover, or a combination of all three. And understand that you are very much being a trailblazer over here, and you're also inspiring them to want to heal, even if that's not something you should be bothered about. But we do have the Tara energy over here, so there is something a little more divine and a little more loving happening over here. And it's almost like, even if, okay, I'll describe what I'm seeing now. I see people stabbing you, but when you bleed out, the blood turns into flowers. So you're definitely not just alchemizing your own pain, but your soul can definitely handle alchemizing other people's pain. And what you're doing is not normal. By number two, let me say that definitely, because a normal person wouldn't be able to handle it, but you clearly can. And there will be an end to this when you reach your highest spiritual potential over here. So it seems like a soul contract, honestly, by number two, that Kalimaa is helping you with. And I think what she's really helping you here in the form of Tara is to help you burn through your karmas and realize that you don't ever have to forget who you truly are at your core, and to not change, to not choose aggression when it's really not required, and in fact learn to channel that energy into something better. And I'm seeing a peacock now, and I was just reading about peacocks today, and we have a little friend here. That peacock alchemically is a symbol of the alchemists, because traditionally it's said that peacocks would like eat poisons and snakes, and they would transform that into their beautiful plumage over here. So I see you doing that. I see you creating your kingdom out of these poisons and these toxicities. Understand that you are very, very, very special over here, Payambatu, and there's no need for you to react to everything happening around you, even if people are trying to get the best out of you, because I do feel you're being tested right now. But it's important that you repose within yourself. And I do sense some loneliness in this pile here as well, but let me tell you right now, you really don't need anyone. In fact, if you let yourself be around a lot of people for a lot of time, and if you don't learn to say no to people, it will drain you even more. You really need time to yourself. And choose to still be connected to people if you really feel the need to. But a lot of y'all need alone time. I'm over here. I'm really seeing that. And I think that itself will heal you. There's a lot of healing for you. There's a lot of happiness just coming towards you very, very soon. I'm seeing a flame. So I feel even if what seems like a distant flame right now is going to be something that you're going to hold in your hands, and it won't burn you, but you will be able to create with that fire, pile number 2. So you definitely have a lot of this magician energy within you. There's definitely a lot of witchy energy, and the doggos agree today. I'm also seeing 2 mountains over here, and I feel this again has to do with the choices you will be making for yourself, and understand that there is only one way to go for you. So take your time with it. Don't burn yourself out in what you're trying to create over here, because you're laying down a foundation for your own mountain that you will build your castle on, if that makes sense. I'm getting all this royal imagery, but it does feel like that. I feel the stakes are very high with you, pile number 2, but because the stakes are so high, because there's so much pressure on you, because the odds are so stacked against you, you will be able to climb the mountain like a goat over here. So I'm definitely getting a lot of this Capricorn energy. You could have prominent Capricorn placements, or just difficult Saturn placements over here. And I understand that most of the things you had to go through have been very karmic in nature, so you don't have to blame yourself for even the bad choices you probably made in the past, because you didn't have proper knowledge. So really forgive yourself. And the strongest weapon for you right now is love. Pile number 3. Pile number 2. So I said pile number 2. I said pile number 3, so you might have some messages in pile number 3 as well. Okay. So I feel a lot of these not so fun things are happening to you for you to realize that no matter what happens, there is a part of you that will never change. There is a part of you that will never truly suffer, a part of you that will always be love. It's your frequency itself, pile number 2, I feel, and that's just a realization you will come on by yourself to truly realize that even the worst things haven't tarnished you, and you can always put yourself back together in a more beautiful way than before. And this is a gift. It's definitely not a curse. It's a blessing, pile number 2. And That's how you need to use it. You do have these gifts in this lifetime to be used. You have these gifts so you can create in this lifetime. There is a lot of this, like I said, creative energy. So you really, really need to give it your all and know that you will get back 10 times and even more. So don't limit yourself, want more for yourself, desire more right now, and understand that even the kind of desires you are having right now, it's not coincidence. You're supposed to have these desires right now, and it will lead you to something better. But I see you blooming. I don't think you have bloomed yet, but I do see you blooming very, very soon. And it's going to be a sight to see. A lot of people are going to be in awe. You're like a rare lotus over here. A rare purple lotus with sparkles. That's what I'm seeing. In like a very muddy, dark pond. So you will rise over here. Pile number 2, you will have your ascension. The more you integrate yourself, the more you just allow yourself to even grieve if necessary. I see you searching a lot because I'm moving my crystal ball so much. So you need to understand that whatever you're searching is not outside. Whatever you're looking for is truly not outside. It is within you. It is within your heart, to be more specific. So the more you avoid yourself, the more you avoid your feelings, the more difficult you will make your own life right now. So instead of being restless and just pacing about, you rather really withdraw your energy inwards through your senses. Meditation is going to be very, very important over here. And specifically for you, I would say sitting meditation. Just simple breath work will do wonders for you, and it will again help you be recentered in your true essence that is not touched or harmed by anything you've ever experienced. By number 2, and that is a deep truth, Kalimaa, is helping you realize, which is again very, very powerful. Yeah. I see 2 eyes. So I do feel the more you come out of this rite of passage, so to speak, you will be gaining more access to your intuition, and things will just start making sense to you altogether, the things that you couldn't make sense of before. So you have so much to look forward to. Pile number 2. If you feel burnt out, just rest and then get back to it, because you will experience happiness. You will experience true happiness. And I don't think a lot of y'all have had experienced that a lot. So it's going to be more like a permanent state of being for you. You will have heaven on earth over here, and it's very much a promise. So that's a very, very optimistic reading. Yeah. I think that's all I'm seeing. Yeah. So file number 2 again is a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys in your next video. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Vishwa Atma card, this is your reading on what message does Kalimaa have for you. And today I will be using my crystal ball instead of my tarot cards. So just give me a minute and we'll start channeling. Okay, pile number 3. So what I'm seeing is I'm seeing a reflection of my own self over here, and I feel that is sort of a metaphor over here to really maybe express the state you are in right now, where you seem to be a little lost. You seem to feel as if you're backed up in a corner and you really feel alone. You feel no one really gets you. And I don't think a lot of people get you right now because you are in this transformational state. I would say you are in a cocoon state right now. But because you are in the cocoon state, not everyone is able to understand that. Just because you seem super functional and you seem to be doing okay, but there's a lot of inner healing happening over here, and I think you're constantly being confronted by the things that you hide within yourself, outside yourself, manifesting as other people, as enemies over here, as ops over here. So I think the message from Kalimaa over here is that you really need to just understand that you are walking a path that is not for everyone. You're definitely walking down the road less traveled, and you do have a lot of blessings from Kalimaa right now, especially if you have a mother wound, which I do feel a lot of y'all have over here. I think you've had to learn the hard way to nurture yourself. And I do see a lot of abandonment over here as well. I think people have really walked away and left you high and dry. But I think you're coming out of that. I think you're finally coming to a natural place of detachment where you're able to see things as they truly are. I don't think you have been able to really see things for what they truly are. It's almost like you're having a third eye awakening over here. And it can be very intense. So I do feel right now even Kalimaa is maybe showing you people that are for you and not for you. I feel you have lost the way you look at yourself in a beautiful way. I think you've lost your own inner beauty at looking at yourself. So I feel there's a real message over here of, again, your own reflection, looking at your reflection and really admiring who and what you are becoming and what you have even become, and even honoring your past selves over here, pile number 3. Because I do feel you are being triggered into even your spiritual abilities right now. And even if there is no grace around you, even if everyone is crucifying you right now, pile number 3, you do have Kalimaa's divine grace with you. You do have God's divine grace with you. That is still protecting you. I think pile number 3, you understand that not a lot of people would even survive the kind of things you have experienced. But understand that it is only happening so you can realize who you truly are at your core. Not as a thought form, but as lived experience and wisdom. And I do feel a lot of y'all over here are light workers. I'm seeing a lot of stars. So I do feel there's a lot of starseed energy here as well. So understand that you do come from the stars. And you've definitely had a lot of adjustment issues. You've definitely had a lot of adjustment issues trying to fit into your earth life over here, and understand that you will find synergy with your fellow earth people, if that makes sense. I don't even know why I'm talking like that, but I really feel there is a lot of this starseed energy, maybe because of that. Yeah. I'm seeing birds, so there could be a lot of avian energy here as well. So I do feel you don't feel super comfortable in your body. You don't really enjoy being in your physical body. So I think the message over here is to find an activity and to do it as a ritual where you learn to be more present in your body, because I do feel you are extremely psychic. So you have, you're 1 foot on earth and you're 1 foot in the other dimensions, and it can become an escape, but you have to learn to be more present in this lifetime. You have to learn to even materialize and ground all these beautiful gifts that you have. You definitely have a lot of gifts over here, and what you don't realize that you have, pile number 3, is also this ability to regenerate. I'm seeing a starfish now. And the thing with starfish is, even if it cuts a limb out, it'll always grow it back. So understand that in a way you are undefeatable, and you're definitely growing over here. You're definitely becoming your true quintessential self. So all the agony you're experiencing right now, let it be cathartic. Let it be something that you truly alchemize to get what you want over here. You have this ability to transform these heavy, dense energies into love. Pile number 3. And there's a real message of you even consistently learning to mother yourself. And I do feel that has been maybe a sore spot for you. And I'm so sorry you had to go through that, pile number 3. But understand that maybe you truly didn't belong. Maybe you were always supposed to be an outcast. So you could grow strong and create a safe haven for people like you. And understand that you are extremely gifted. Like I said, even the kind of experiences you've had, they're not very normal. And they might seem normal to you, but only when you maybe speak to other people that you realize that, you know, it's not the case. So I think there's a real need for you to love your individuality a little more, love your uniqueness a little more, and make that a sense and the strength of your power. Make that the source of the strength of your power, pile number 3. And all of a sudden, I feel I can't talk. So you do have a very powerful throat chakra, pile number 3. You are a throat goat, definitely. But you have to learn to use that. It's a gift you have. The more you use your voice, the more you will feel confident about using your voice. The more you write, the more you'll be confident about your writing skills. And most of the times, people think it's something very complex, but you just have to show up and do the job. You just have to show up and do the work that needs to be done in a repetitive, continuous fashion. So know that if you go extra mile with your work, you will be blessed 10 times. And pile number 3, this feels like a very spiritual pile. Definitely, this is definitely a lot of healers in this pile, psychics, mediums in this pile. So understand that you're supposed to use your gifts. And it is because you have these gifts that you will truly be able to do what you do. Not a lot of people will be able to do what you do over here, pile number 3. And I think you will realize that for yourself very, very soon. Don't look outside yourself for anything. I do think there are maybe people around you who don't have the best interest in their heart for you, but they're not going to affect you in any way that truly matters. So let go of the past. There's a lot of letting go over here. And the more you let go and the more you're able to transmute all this negativity around you, you will truly be able to rise to the top over here. Like there's so much victory and happiness just waiting for you. And understand that what you're experiencing right now is a spiritual test. It's definitely a spiritual test. So don't go searching outwards. You're not going to find anything but suffering outwards right now. So you are your best teacher right now. You are your best guide. And you definitely have Kalimaa and God and your angels with you, protecting you, guiding you, your ancestors, really showing you the way. And I do feel this pile particularly, you do have a lot of guides. Like I see like a lot of guides on this spirit board. So know that you're loved, you're cherished, and you will be able to understand your own destiny for yourself, and you will be able to make sense of things, and you will also be able to clear out all this maybe pent up emotions and a lot of even anger, and you will even stop blaming yourself. So the more you transmute and get lighter, I think the more you will fall in alignment over here. And I do feel you have a lot of help, even if you feel you're extremely alone in this world right now, pile number 3 or not. You're really, really not. You have so many guides loving you, protecting you. I do see like a shield around you, pile number 3. You really need to understand how truly loved you are. And you will be able to see the bigger picture if you don't already see for yourself. And this pile particularly, I would say even experiment. Get into tarot. If you're already into tarot, get into something else. Use your gifts. Practice. That's going to really help you. I think that will help you truly feel as if you're not lost anymore and you truly belong. You will be able to create a place for yourself where you belong. And you'll understand why you had to go through certain experiences. So the early part of your life is going to be completely severed from the later part of your life, and you're going to be so happy. I'm seeing Cinderella now, so just the way Cinderella's childhood wasn't the same as her adult life, so expect that for yourself as your well as well. And there's definitely new love coming towards you. So just keep at it. Know that this is a test. It's not going to be forever. You will ascend to a higher, more comforting, a more calm plane for yourself. Things will be looking up for you. Now I'm seeing a lot of yellow. So you will come back into your sun energy, your bubbly sunshine energy, because that's who you are at your core. Now I'm seeing bubbles from Powerpuff Girls, and we love bubbles, don't we? So come back to your innocence, come back to your childlike self, and if you feel you're lacking a mother figure, be that for yourself, and or just reach out to Kalima or any goddess for that fact that you really feel called to, and pray to her as a mother, not as a goddess, and you will be able to even maybe fulfill this mother wound that you have for yourself, and I feel that will again truly help you heal and come back to yourself and like come back to yourself home. I don't think you've really had a place to call home, pile number 3, and you will be able to find a home for yourself. And I see a beautiful cottage, very fairy code. I see fairies now. So know that you have so many helpers. You have angelic helpers, you have fairies, you have everything. You're very, very blessed, pile number 3. It's not luck, it's blessings. You're very, very blessed. Even if you don't feel that way right now, you will see that for yourself and feel that for yourself. And all of a sudden my vision feels very clear. So I do feel all the fogginess, all the confusion, all the pain right now will just dissipate into crystal clear clarity. Even your anger, you will be able to weaponize your anger to see crystal clear truth. So always be on the right side of things, and you will always be able to be on the right side of things, pile number 3. I think you have like a inbuilt morality which is very, very powerful. Not in like a egoistic way, but in a very selfless way. You truly don't want to even harm a fly. So come into your power and understand that you do contain multitudes, and you might want to do something today and you might want to do something completely different tomorrow, and that is totally acceptable. So don't let other people define you or write your story. Take back your power, write your own story, pile number 3. You decide how your future is going to be over here. And you have so many blessings coming towards you, you can't even see it. I see you living very, very comfortably and very, very lavishly in the future. So that is definitely something for you to look forward to. That's definitely a promise over here. I'm seeing 10 of Pentacles and I'm seeing 10 of Cups now. I'm seeing a very happy family. I'm also seeing 2 women on the 10 of Cups card. So if this is a same-sex situation, you will find love and acceptance. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Don't let your fire go out, pile number 3. Don't let your fire go out. Keep yourself motivated. Find purpose, even if you're not able to see it right away, even if you're not able to find it right away. Keep looking for it. And understand that your purpose in life can change. Your life purpose can look very different from month to month or day to day or year to year. Don't box yourself. Don't box yourself. I would even say maybe go out and eat something different. Go eat a cuisine that you've never tried. Maybe start doing things that you wouldn't usually do, especially if you're a fixed sign, if you're very stubborn like me. Definitely go out. Definitely do more things that you don't usually do. And I'm not saying you have to be in places where you truly are not welcomed or you don't want to be in, but there will be something that you will look forward to doing that you have never done. So I see you being more courageous and more experimental and truly being fearless over here, pile number 3. Yeah. So just realizing your true power. And for a lot of y'all, it is a lot of this hidden occult inheritance. You're going to have a lot of spiritual gifts just reawakening one after the other. So even ground yourself through all this process. Definitely ground your energy, because spiritual upgrades can feel very intense. Even telepathic upgrades can feel very intense. So, and you will be experiencing all those things. So really take your time with it. Yeah. You don't have to fight the war. You don't have to fight other people's battles, pile number 3. Please understand that. And I do feel it's more of your past over here. So the more you let go, the more you just allow yourself to feel what you need to feel and not analyze it so much, and let it just maybe disappear into the crown of your head, that will set you free. So a lot of declogging your internal subconscious realms. I see a lot of that. And I think as a byproduct of all this work, you'll get extremely psychic. So shadow work for you, definitely. Pile number 3. I have a few shadow work readings, definitely check that out. Yeah, I think that's all I see. Yeah, so again, pile number 3, it's a general reading. Please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot, it helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.